Oh, hello! Wow, going great. Welcome to Go Get That Rose. I am your host, Sarah. I forgot to count when I was supposed to come in, but it's okay. It's live, doesn't matter. With me, as always, is my co-host, Jay Wade. Hello.
Hello. This is a great one. Uh, not necessarily a recap or review of an episode, but we got a special event, so this is going to be really fun.
Yes, we are doing something special today. Me and Jay, I mean, he's going to explain it more, but we met doing a podcast reviewing a thing called Collider Live with Christian Harloff, who created the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and they decided that they wanted to do a Bachelor version of it with Nick Vial and Ashley Iconetti, who I love both of them. So we're going to react to their Trivia Schmoedown, but Jay's going to explain what that is better than what I would be able to explain it.
All right. Well, what it is it's basically an elite movie trivia league. But it's got some it's like a sports entertainment kind of a mix. It's got a wrestling feel to it with some storylines and characters, but it's got real legit movie trivia competition. Real emotion behind it. It's really fun. And yeah, like Sarah said, Christian Harloff and his partner over at Schmoes, Mark Ellis, created this quite a few years ago, about 7 years ago. We're in season 7 now of the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and it's grown a lot over the years. This season has been a new era for them. They've had factions, and each faction has a member. They had a draft. They had trade deadlines and all that kind of stuff. It was great, but Christian used to be an editor on The Bachelor, and I'm not sure if that's how he met Jared. I'm pretty sure he met Jared first. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But he is friends. He and Mark both friends with Jared and Ashley. And a lot of that, I think, probably has to do with the fact that it turns out Jared is kind of a geek. He likes movies. He likes comic book stuff. He's actually a competitor in the movie Trivia Schmoedown with one of the factions, as a matter of fact. The Rock Stars is his faction, but today his wife will be going at it. And this is there is no division for Bachelor, so this is kind of an exhibition match. But this is a title match, so whoever wins this match will be the Bachelor movie Trivia Schmoedown champion. So
wow,
yeah. Gonna be a lot of fun. It aired last night on Twitch, on the movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitch. But we're gonna do a little watch along reaction, and we're gonna play along too. We brought our whiteboards, so
woo!
Yeah,
I'm excited. Before we start, you don't know these people, but do you have a prediction on who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna go with Ashley just because I'm more familiar with Ashley and Jared via the Schmoes community and SEN and all of that. So I'm gonna go with Ashley. That, no offense to the other feller, the Viper, I think is his nickname, but she's easier on the eyes than he is. So
wow. Well, I'm gonna go, I guess, to make it interesting, and I was gonna pick Nick anyway. Nick is Ashley and Jared's like best friend. They're very close with each other, so that's kind of, I think, how he got into this. But I love Nick just from a personal thing. He was the first Bachelor that I watched, and I just think he's a lot of fun, and he knows a lot about this show because he was on it so many times. We'll get into that in a later episode. So yeah, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, me too. But you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, let's change up our view here a little bit and pull it up. I'm stoked. Okay, here we go, everybody. Movie Trivia Schmoedown special event, Bachelor title match.
I haven't watched one in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've watched Schmoedown, hadn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a very special episode of the movie Trivia Schmoedown alongside writer extraordinaire Abby Friel. I am Chris Harrison's driver. Mark Ellis, and this is the Bachelor Trivia Championship of the free world. Abby, so exciting here. It's not a typical match that we do, hence our name, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, where we usually talk about franchises like the Avengers or Star Wars. Today, it's all about one of the greatest reality shows of all time, the family of Bachelor shows.
I see you bouncing up there. You're excited.
I'm super excited to be here. This is definitely
well, you're excited too, Abby.
The most dramatic Schmoedown match we've ever seen, and it's going to be a doozy, that's for sure.
And it might be the Schmoedown match that I know the least about because I'm still somewhat of a neophyte when it comes to The Bachelor. I believe I watched a couple episodes of the Jesse Palmer season, and that's about it. But, Abby, you've been a fan of this show for such a long time. So let me ask you, what is it about The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Bachelor Pad, Bachelor in Paradise, all of the Bachelor shows that keeps the hardcore fans coming back and that keeps attracting new fans?
I think it's the personalities. You are rooting for them. Maybe you're not rooting for them. But watching them find love is very entertaining. And the journeys that all these people take just really are so entertaining to watch. And that's why Bachelor Nation keeps growing.
The Rose, one of the most coveted prizes in all of television. And like we said, we usually do movie trivia here, but today, a very special event with some very special guests. Nick Viall is going to be taking on Ashley Iaconetti for the free Bachelor Championship Schmoedown World event. So, Abby,
there was a lot of S's in there, wasn't there?
Do you see a favorite here? What would be the strengths of each in your eyes?
Okay, well, Ashley is married to Jared, who is a Schmoedown Inner Geekdom competitor. So maybe he taught her a few tricks on how to play the game. And, you know, she has been on multiple shows in the Bachelor world. She's been on The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise and Bachelor Winter Games. But Nick Viall has been a Bachelor himself after competing on The Bachelorette 2 seasons in a row and was also on Bachelor in Paradise. So they've been around the ring in terms of all the Bachelor Nation shows, but I definitely think that Ashley might have a bit of a lead just going into the game.
Okay, so we think Ashley might have the edge so far, but you're right. Both competitors used to the white-hot spotlight of being on television, of having pressure-packed moments where you have to think in the clutch. And yes, folks, to answer any questions out there, these are all Bachelor-related questions. There's no
You're going to kill me, Sarah. You're going to destroy me.
History of the hit ABC series, and I should say family of series. And when we talk about the Schmoedown, we are one big family here, all the way from announcers to competitors to managers and everyone in between, especially our crew working so hard behind the scenes. And that is no different today. We've cultivated quite a fan base here, and one of our former fans and now competitor, I guess he's still probably a fan, but he is from the world of The Bachelor, and we're excited to bring him in here now. Jared Haven is joining the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared.
Looking good, Jared. Since the COVID, he's let it go. I like the hair.
I just watched the season that he was on. It was great.
Oh, really?
Quite well on
so cute.
Bachelor and the Bachelorette. So before we get going into who you think has the edge in this matchup, how you doing, bud? We missed you.
Hey, I miss you guys too. COVID, 2020, we can't see each other. But I'm doing well. I'm currently in my wife's glam room. As you can see, there's a lot of pink in here. There's like a pink elephant pig behind me. I don't know what the hell that is. There's Kardashian candles. This is one of them. This is Kendall. I knew that. So I'm doing great.
I love her.
Yeah, I'd say that picture behind him, Abby, it's kind of like a perfect mix of the pink elephants from Dumbo and the movie Babe. So, Abby, I know you probably have a ton of questions you want to ask Jared, maybe who he's pulling for today, because he's really a man torn apart. So have at it.
I mean, Nick is one of your best friends, and he's playing your wife. So who do you have going into this match?
I know. I feel like it's a house divided right now as my wife stares at me. So obviously, you know which way I'm leaning. Because she knows where I sleep at night and I want to live. Nick is one of my groomsmen at my wedding, close friend, very knowledgeable in the Bachelor franchise. I think he's kind of like the underdog in this match, which is interesting because I think he might be a little overlooked. I think he's going to do very well. But my wife, the person that I married on my wedding day, is very knowledgeable in the Bachelor franchise. Each person, Ashley and Nick, they do Bachelor podcasts. Podcasts that talk about Bachelor. So I think it's gonna go down to the wire. But of course, I gotta go. I gotta go with my wife on that one.
Good man, smart man.
I wish I had Nick and Ashley, but unfortunately, it's just
That's so cute.
That is.
I think this is
great.
a smart man that we're dealing with right now, Abby. He knows how to keep his house in order. Jared, has there been any sort of trash talk between Nick and Ashley leading up to this? Or are they really thinking that they're going to oust the other person?
trash talk. Yeah, Ashley doesn't really trash
sounds
talk
like
all that
it.
much. She just shows up and she plays. That's what you do in the Schmoedown. I taught her well. On Nick's side, Nick, I don't know. I don't know if Nick has been talking too much trash. I guarantee you this: if this was movie trivia, Nick would have felt very good about his chances against Ashley. But now that it's Bachelor trivia,
Really?
I think he's a little nervous. So no trash talking as of yet.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Hopefully soon. But who knows? But if Ashley loses, maybe we'll never talk to Nick again. Maybe we'll lose a friend today.
Hey, I mean, I've seen, as Abby knows, I've seen friendships won and lost here.
Yeah.
Down. But I can't let you out of here, Jared, without one more question. Now, look, you've competed in Inner Geekdom in the past, singles, all that good stuff in the Schmoedown. Are we going to see you again soon in a more standard movie?
I hope so.
Schmoedown, Matt?
Hell yeah, man! Oh my god, absolutely! I gotta come back to the Schmoedown and defend my last loss, which was a tag team, and we lost in third round. It wasn't good, but I'd like to go back to Inner Geekdom too. Plus, I'd like for Ashley and Nick to step into the Schmoedown ring and test their movie knowledge because they're both pretty good. So I think it'd be interesting if maybe we had
love
like a three-way. That sounds dirty, but you know what I'm talking about.
I was thinking that sounds good.
Kinky. I think it'd be a good time.
All right, well, let's see, Abby. We made it about 7 minutes into a Bachelor episode without talking about a three-way, and now here we are. This three-way for the moment, and say goodbye to Jared. But Jared, stick around. I'm going to have you come back later on in the match and post-match for your thoughts. So thanks for joining us here today. And without further ado, Abby, I think it's just about time to meet our competitors. Where are your emotions at right now? You're about to see people that you follow them. You lived and died with their storylines.
We're freaking out.
To go head to head. What is going on in Abby Friel's mind right now?
I'm fangirling right now. I'm super excited. I helped write the questions, and so to be able to ask them, the questions I wrote is mind-blowing right now. So I'm excited to get started.
You're going to be doing a lot more than asking the questions you wrote. You're probably going to help me with some pronunciation.
Yeah, guys,
like Lord of the Rings,
watchers,
some of these names get
be
tricky.
sure to
So
check
just
out the Schmoedown TikTok.
ready.
Abby
Ladies
runs
and
that,
gentlemen,
and as well as a question
actually,
writer for the
instead of
Schmoedown.
me saying
She does
it's
good
time
work.
to Schmoedown, maybe we should bring in somebody else, my partner in crime, the co-creator and the chairman of all this chaos here at the Schmoedown. It is Christian Harwa, or should I call him Dr. Claw today? Christian, you're ready to give us that golden throat to properly introduce Nick and Ashley.
Yes, I am, Mark, in the most dramatic trivia Schmoedown of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Bachelor Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing
So cute.
Yeah, it is.
representing the Bachelor in Paradise, and Bachelor Winter Games. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley, I do.
Yeah, my girl's gonna clean up. Hell yeah.
Jared doesn't know how to say my name.
Hey guys, welcome to this.
Oh, an ad.
I'm a Twitch ambassador.
Oh,
I was so
can you believe it?
confused.
Oh, an ad.
Tune in.
Should we react to the ad?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Have anyone to
Is
I'm
this a-
colorblind, but I do like the color of her hair.
It's blue. Oh, I should have asked you what color you think it was.
Or maybe it was the
Was that
backlight
rude?
because that other kid's hair kind of looked blue from
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
Because I really don't.
Oh, anime. I'm not big on the anime,
So
but I
when-
have done that pose before when I'm doing stuff. Here we go. I forgot there were ads on Twitch.
Ashley. Oh, wow, and Lois making an appearance.
Oh, that was
Oh,
sweet.
she wins in my book. No, I was kidding.
Have to
Yeah.
ask you, because I know fans out there get a little squirrely when they see somebody's partner in the shot. all of these questions are just going to be answered by you. Is that correct?
Yeah, he won't know anything beyond our seasons anyway.
And how much of that would he
Abby,
remember?
When you look at Ashley's perspective on things, when you look at her ability to compete, maybe not necessarily in a Schmoedown yet, but you got to think she's got a good chance just because of that competitive drive.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know Jared is probably a big motivation in helping you study and prepare, but Ashley knows what she's doing.
Yeah. I don't think of myself as a very competitive person until I'm actually competing, and then I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I am. Right.
If I could ask you, Ashley, do you
Everything
have
I've seen from her, she's got a great personality.
Versus some other Bachelor-ish shows that you may not know.
She was known as the girl that cried all the time.
About the Bachelor a lot.
She
You
did?
podcast about it. Is there
yes.
Oh, wow.
series of questions?
Yes, and it's great.
Oh, I can really excel at that.
I think anything from the past
growing from that.
I should know. If we go to the 2000s, the aughts, I might be a little bit lost because I started watching the show in 2010.
Same.
All right, so
See,
season veteran,
you
at
know,
least
I started on
2010
Hannah B
and
season,
appeared on
so
multiple
I'm
incarnations
totally
of the
going to be
show.
lost.
The show has been on for like 20
Ashley's
years.
going to bring you
Yeah.
right back in just a second, but in the meantime,
But
time
even
for
if I
Abby
had
and
seen all the
welcome
seasons,
back
you
to
also
the
knew
follow-up
me.
to
I
meet
can't remember the names of the people, so.
And
I really hope I do.
representing the Bachelor, Bachelorette, and Bachelor in
I
Paradise.
wonder if he chose this music
He
for
is.
himself or if Christian did.
Nick, the Viper, Y'all.
What up?
Woo,
There's
woo,
your
woo.
guy.
I'm so excited.
Nick, let me ask you about that nickname coming right out with the Viper. So what is about your Viper prowess that's going to get you the win over Ashley here today?
Entirely a great question. I think Jared gave me the nickname, so I'm processing it as we speak. But what do vipers do? They bite? They have venom. So I think I'm going to have some sort of venomous bite to my answers. Yeah.
He didn't practice that very well, did he,
Guys,
Sarah?
working his way around his new nickname.
But that's him. He's just chill, and I love it.
That's
Let me ask
cool.
you This,
I like the
Jared
hat.
was talking about how he's a little torn between, do I root for my wife? Do I root for my groomsmen? Where do you think his loyalty should lie as a groomsman in his wedding? Would you say, no, you got to pull
Here
for
we
her?
go.
Or would you say, bro, I'm right here. You know I'm going to win.
Bro.
I appreciate Jared's subtle arrogance in suggesting that where someone's, the role they played at his wedding would determine how successful they would be in this trivia game. I don't know if there's any real direct correlation between the two, but sounds to me like he's afraid of saying he knows I'm going to win because he wants to have sex.
Very fair point. Very fair point.
Abby, final question for Nick goes to you, and then we're going to get this match underway.
Nick, how are you feeling? Do you think that your knowledge of Bachelor trivia is really going to pull through today?
Quite frankly, I don't really know the scope of the questions other than the fact it's Bachelor related, but I do appreciate the fact that it sounds like I'm considered the underdog, and I will embrace that role, and I feel like I'm playing with house money.
All right, Nick.
Good
competing
answer.
on behalf of Bass Pro Shops, Ashley competing on behalf of Pink Pigs everywhere.
Got your
We
whiteboard?
got Pink Pigs. We got Vipers. Dog popping in.
Wait a
It's going to be very exciting.
Comparison on a dinosaur.
Ashley in a tough matchup wins the shirt competition. But now we're actually going to get the world underway. Here are the rules for round number 1. The field of competitors is going to be asked 8 total questions in 8
I
different
remember right now how to do
corners
this.
of the Bachelor know-how. Each question's worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. As soon as Abby or myself ask the question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Don't reveal what you wrote down and don't say what you wrote down until we ask you by name to show what your answer is. Again, each question is worth 1 point, and there's no penalty for missing a question. If you need to get a repeat, you have 3 repeats that you can use throughout the match. It's called the JTE rule. named for famed Bachelor contestant. I'm told he was not on The Bachelor. JTE. Use that rule if you need another
I would love
15
to see JTE on The Bachelor.
That would be great.
Make it happen.
Yes.
Match.
I don't think
All
his
right, Nick, you
girlfriend,
got pretty good at
maybe
the rules.
wife
You feeling pretty good
now.
about
I
this?
don't know what their status is, but I don't think she'd like that.
That's brimming with confidence.
I think
you have
Ashley
your
has a
hand raised.
question.
Thank you.
What does this challenge mean?
So if you think that Abby
Come on, woman.
I incorrectly ruled on a question, or you think, no, that question answers wrong, then you can use a challenge at any point throughout the 3-round match.
We're not off to a good start so far,
And with
Ashley.
that,
Come on.
Ashley, got one question for you. Are you ready to go?
I'm so nervous.
For yourself or
Nick,
for
same
your
question.
man?
Ready to compete?
Absolutely.
I'm nervous about me having to answer questions.
Let's get ready to
Well, you know I'm not going to get any, so.
I've never done this. I'm like,
asking the first question will be Abby and I are going to tell you the name of the category, and then we're going to ask the question, and then you all feel free to write down your best answer. Remember, you only got about 15 seconds.
okay.
Okay, your first question in the category of The Bachelorette.
Ooh.
Who received a rose on the first 2-on-1 during JoJo Fletcher's season of The Bachelorette?
Oh crap! I'm watching this season right now.
Already out, Abby. I've already lost.
I know who got sent home.
I know who it is. I'm blanking on his name.
5,
I don't think this is right.
3, 2, 1.
I think this
All
is
right.
You answer when your guy answers. I'll answer when
Okay.
mine answers.
All right. 10's down. So we are going to go to Nick first. Nick, what do you have? Alex is correct.
Oh.
Dang it.
That's of Alex.
I'm way off here. This shows my knowledge. I had Allison.
Specific enough, and so
Although they generally cast very tall men. So, but
I'm watching that season right now. I didn't get that far.
Yeah, I put a girl name.
Right. The
So,
underdog is up
yeah.
1-0, and we move on to your next question in round number 1.
Man.
This is in the category of first impression rose. And here it is.
These are hard questions already.
Who received Rachel Lindsay's first impression rose? And once again, Abby responsible for the majority of these questions. How much fun was it to write?
Don't
these
count
questions?
spelling against me
Oh.
either.
Oh, me neither.
A lot of it I could just write off of memory, but going back into the Bachelor world is always a good time.
2, 1, pens down, and we're going to go to Ashley first. Ashley, do you?
Jonathan.
Brian is.
There was a Jonathan.
Does Nick
Oh,
have as
wow.
well?
I just want to point out that I was not allowed to watch this season because my fiance at the time refused me to let me do that.
What?
But minus the spelling, did write down Brian.
Brian. Woo!
So
Well,
it is-
Rachel was on his season and was her final 3, so that's why.
All right, your third question in the category of Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh,
Who got engaged on the first season of Bachelor?
oh! I just watched this one.
Abby, do you have a favorite series in the Bachelor
Oh
family?
shoot!
Ooh, I'm a sucker for Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Is it just the exotic locations? Is it the steamy
The
romance?
drama.
I think it's the location. And
Yeah, Bachelor in
the
Paradise is the
mix
shit,
of
man. I love that.
Bachelor
That's my
personalities
jam.
for sure.
So my whiteboard's wet, so the answers aren't writing up, but it's fine.
Pens down, and we go to Nick first. Nick, what do you got?
Marcus and Lacey.
Lacey and Marcus.
Hey,
Okay,
That is correct.
that is correct. And
Oh, I thought you said it was incorrect.
Marcus and Lacey.
I had everyone.
Marcus
Got
and
it as
Lacey,
well.
They also had, they
See, Sarah,
married,
everyone.
you know, and then when they got divorced, they just stopped talking.
Yes.
They were never actually married.
So it was not the Bachelor before.
all right, good backstory there. We move on to the next category, which is
I
fantasy.
got 2 so far.
And the question:
Fantasy suite.
Nick will
who
get
did Colton give his first fantasy suite
Oh,
invitation?
Gary.
Oh,
You
sh-
can repeat the question.
I certainly can. That's one JT rule in the category of fantasy suite.
oh. That's okay. This is fun. I dig
Give you
this.
extra time.
Yeah, and I still won't get it.
You want me to give you a clue?
No, I actually do have it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I got it right.
Not using too much.
Oh, we got another ad. That's cool.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so soft. You'll have
Okay,
to
so I have 2 points, right? Because we're on the fourth question.
Yes, or we're on the fourth question, I
Yeah, and I
think.
got the first one wrong. Okay, 2 points.
And I've got none,
go with Charmin.
which is shocking.
Who did Colton give his first fantasy suite invitation to?
I think I got this right.
Abby, what is a fantasy suite?
A fantasy suite is later in the competition when
Overnight dates.
Bachelorette gets to go into usually a room with no cameras. So
A room.
Basically a room or windmill.
Great.
Or
What
boat.
And 2. Hands down.
Play Nintendo.
And Ashley, gonna go to you first. Show us what you wrote.
I have
Keisha.
that one chick.
That is correct for a
See, I got it right.
And the-
Tasha!
Yes, I got. Dude,
He's
give
got
me my
Tasha.
due
Yeah.
credit.
You know Tasha, though.
Well, yeah, but I don't know names. Like I didn't know, like Cody or whatever. I don't know who that is.
The 5th question.
I can't believe I forgot Alex.
And everyone basically has the same name on every
That's
episode
okay.
or
And
every
your
season.
5th question is in the category of The Bachelor. During season 13 of The Bachelor, Jason Mesnick was the first Bachelor to switch his final pick after the season to go for his runner-up, Molly. What was the name of the woman he originally picked?
Oh, his runner-up was Molly. Just like the dog that's right over there. I say hi, Bubba. She's sleeping and she's got a little cone on, so she's not happy with her dad.
Poor Molly.
And Molly, for those of you people who don't know, is a dog, not a human. That'd be really weird.
She's a cute dog too.
3, 2, 1. And need those pens down, Nick and Ashley. Okay. Ashley, your answer.
Yeah.
Not Molly.
Deanna.
I
And
know
that
that's
is
not right.
incorrect. Does Nick have?
I do not have it,
Melissa.
but I know it's not Deanna.
We were looking for Melissa.
Nice. Sarah.
Melissa Mycroft.
Melissa like Brian's course or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's right. Sweet Melissa, just like the Allman
Woo!
Brothers says. We move on to your next
I don't know
category.
how many points that is. 4?
Yeah,
Ooh,
4, I think.
Maybe I should write this down.
And here's your
Just
question.
make little little
Who
lines in the top
was
corner.
on Emily Maynard's season of The Bachelorette that Emily told to get the F out? It's a family show, but Abby, I think they can fill in the blank with that F word.
Yeah. It's implied.
Yeah, sounds a little like
No. Oh, shoot.
Sounds a little like
I wrote the wrong person.
All right, and we need answers in 5.
I didn't spell it
4,
right, but I think I
3,
got it.
2, 1, and Nick, just in
I
the
don't
brink
know
of
if I'm
time.
spelling this right, but I wrote Kalon.
Kaylin.
All right,
That
and
is
that
correct.
is correct.
I had Magneto.
Does Ashley have it?
Helicopter and then came up with Kalon.
I don't know the spelling, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the spelling either, but I know it was
So
Kaylin.
it is now 5-4. And Abby,
Hey, I thought
they showed
Magneto
up
was a
today.
solid
They've
answer,
never
Sarah.
competed in a Bachelor Schmoedown.
It said
Now
villain.
they're
I mean-
they're both showing a lot of game early on.
I could have said
I'm
Joker.
impressed. I think it's
You
not
know,
even the end
said
of round 1, and it's already
Red
going to
Hood,
be
could said.
a very intense match.
I got 5.
Yes. Okay. Your next question in the category of Bachelor Pad.
I'm
Who
watching
is
this right
the
now.
only Bachelor Pad couple to get married?
I've never even heard of Bachelor Pad.
Oh,
until
it's
you
so
mentioned it
good.
the other day.
One where everybody just goes crazy and is
Oh,
naked,
what's his name? I just watched this episode.
like, right?
Yeah, I
it's
don't
the
even know
predecessor
this. I
of,
didn't even know there was a
Bachelor
Bachelor
Paradise.
Pad.
Ooh, okay. And I'm getting word from the private chat.
Oh my god, is that it's good. They get put in the mansion and they're trying to win $250,000, and it's just like a competition.
Both were on.
Damn.
There is one, and they were on the podcast a year ago.
2, 1. All right, that's time. And
I
so
don't-
we go to Nick first. Nick, did you have it?
I wrote
Holly?
Deanna, but I do not
No.
feel comfortable.
It was
That is Incorrect.
Holly.
Does Ashley have it to tie?
Blake. It's
I
not
got
Blake.
nothing. Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh, well, don't feel bad. You're still only trailing by one. The answer, Abby?
Cover. Nobody like realizes that they exist as a bachelor married couple. I remember this.
Well, the answer is Holly Durst and Blake Julian.
There you go, Sarah.
It was Blake.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god! I just watched that episode.
I'll enjoy to compete in an episode of this. All right, here we go. Your
I
final
couldn't
question.
even come up with a stupid
In round
answer for
number
that one.
Fittingly, the category is rose ceremonies. And
Wow.
here's the question.
Cocktail party and vagina tail
Bachelorette
party.
contestant did Hannah B move the rose stand away from during a rose ceremony?
Come on, buddy. You know this one. You know we watched this season.
I know, but
Signs have landed.
Layup.
I
Okay.
I think I'm going for the
I'm being
wrong.
told this is a pretty easy question.
I'm going for the person that it
You
probably.
know it, Mark?
I don't know. I'm probably
Of course,
wrong.
I've
I
known
might
every
get it
one of
right
these
though.
so far. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ashley, get first crack at it.
Let's see.
That
Yes!
is correct.
I got one.
Hey,
Wow, what a matchup we have.
Woo!
We love
iconic.
Tallies of Nick and Ashley, obviously, but could they compete, Abby?
I don't
think
care
the
that you
answer
got it,
is
Sarah. I
yes.
just
It
care
is
that I got
6-5.
one.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Actual
Thank
underdog
you.
here, Nick, as we enter round 2.
It's
Abby, your
awesome.
thoughts on what we just saw?
I mean, we were all saying Ashley was going to be the main leader going into this match, and Nick has already showed up. So
I knew it. I knew it.
it happens in round 2.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
just say the fans are going to be very angry at us for not being able to get both Rycroft right?
Yeah.
They're gonna think that we're not qualified to do our podcast.
I, on the other hand, I'm playing with house money, knowing, I don't care.
All right, well, Nick, it's an apt
I love Nick.
metaphor there going to Vegas because now we get to the wheel round. Wheel number 2, the wheel of fate, doom, and
Oh,
justice.
okay.
Wheel's
How
gonna
we
come.
do this?
Each competitor gets a spin at
Oh.
it. It features a variety.
We just
of
answer them. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll just
Once you
answer the
settle on a
questions like
category,
normal.
You and you alone are going to be asked 4 questions in that world. Worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Multiple choice is valuable in round 2 because if you miss your question, your opponent can steal it. So be very wary. And here comes the wheel because Nick is going to have the opportunity. Nick, do you want to go first in round 2 or would you like
No.
to defer to after?
Sure, I'll go first.
Nick is going to spin the wheel first. All right, Nick, here comes your spin. And round it goes.
I miss them being able to record the matches in a studio.
Yeah.
Here we are with
Oh.
dates. Okay, Nick, you
that's a hard-
can take group dates and have 4 questions in that, or we can
He
give
hated
you
group
another
dates. That's
spin. I'm
ironic.
old. If
They've
you want
they've
that
been doing
instead.
an
How
excellent
do you
job
feel about
virtually
group dates?
online like
Feel
this.
fine about it.
But you've seen
Okay,
some
we're
of the
gonna-
old when
you
they
know,
could do them
Abby,
in
if somebody
studio.
has to
There's
say, "Hey,
just
Mark,
they're
are you
in
confident
person with
group
each
dates?"
other,
I'd
and
probably say get the hell out of here. But Nick, very comfortable
We are
with
doing
so,
group
Abby
dates.
Frill is gonna be
Group
asking
dates
you
and
your series of
threesomes.
questions,
Nick's all
Nick,
about it.
Starting with question number 1 of 4. Remember, if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask for multiple choice.
Yes.
I hope it's a question with him.
Your first question in the category of group dates is who had a girlfriend show up after a basketball game with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on Rachel Lindsay's season?
I don't know how to spell his name.
Okay.
Let me go.
Great moment.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, Bryce Powers, B, Demario Jackson.
Demario Jackson.
Yep, the Mario.
That is correct.
B.
That is correct. You didn't even need all the options for that one, Abby.
Yeah, that's okay.
I guess I'll put down 2 points for myself.
Here, in the background, going like, "Oh my God, I didn't want to."
Yes.
I just couldn't think of his name. I didn't want to risk it.
I get it. Like, Alex.
Great scene.
Okay. Question number 2. Which rapper filmed a music video with Desiree and all of her contestants?
What?
I didn't watch that season.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Your first options are A, Bow Wow,
Not even
B,
a.
Soldier Boy.
I'm
Not
gonna
even
go-
one of the actual. I should have
is
waited
correct.
for the multiple choice.
All
What do you
Abby,
say?
Nick is multiple
shit.
choicing his way around this category very well, and now he's got some AirPods to
Well,
help him out too. So
I said Bow Wow. I don't know if that was right.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Nick, your third question is which bachelorette had to get roasted at the Comedy Store by all her contestants on a group date?
Caitlin Bristow.
Yeah. Yes. Another
One thing I've
ad,
learned.
dude. Do you have a
Everything
car?
is better on the big screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I, but not like that.
Not like a Cadillac.
No, not at all. What do we got next? Trident. Dude,
Tried it.
I love like taking care of my teeth and shit like that. It's the greatest thing in the world.
I cannot.
Yeah. Yep, and I love driving around with breath freshener on my dash.
That is incorrect.
What?
all right, so for a big steal here, Ashley.
He was on that date.
Jared's also confused by this.
Is it Caitlin?
I'd like to challenge.
Is she?
All right.
You want to use your challenge?
We got a
Nick?
He
challenge.
was on that season. He should.
That's if you're telling me that's wrong.
Poor Abby.
All right, then we are going to be right back after
She's
I don't
asking the questions and she has
And we'll
to
see if the
be in
challenge
on the
is upheld
challenge
or
discussion
overruled
too
right
at the
after
same
this.
time. Music is so intense.
We're back, and after consulting with Abby and our judges, we have determined that while Nick's answer may have been roasted on a comedy club-ish date, that was not the correct answer to this particular question. And so now, Ashley, you are going to have 15 seconds to come up with the correct answer if you can get it for a big 2-point steal.
Okay. Got me down.
Already happening in my head.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with Ashley Bear.
That is correct.
Really?
2-point steal. And Abby,
It should have also been Caitlin because she
3
did get
points
roasted,
lead,
but whatever.
to just a 1-point lead, but Nick does have one more question in the
I
category.
feel you, Nick.
This is a good
Yes.
this is a good match,
Nick,
man.
your
It's
fourth
close.
Question.
They're both
is,
on their game.
3 girls participated in a Sports Illustrated swimsuit photo shoot during which Bachelor season?
I have no idea.
Need the name of
Jake Pavelka.
Sports Illustrated.
Oh, should I write that?
Uh,
No, which Bachelor, not the girls.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say Juan Pablo.
No.
you don't have to write it down. I was just
Incorrect.
being smart.
Ashley for the steal.
You can just say the answers.
Illustrated specifically.
I think it was Jake's, but I don't know.
I'll repeat the question for you. 3 girls participated in a Sports Illustrated swimsuit photo shoot during which Bachelor season?
Ben
That's a-
Flanick.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Brad Womack.
Brad Womack.
Really? Yeah.
Who's Brad?
Him and his Sports Illustrated
He was
football.
on the show twice. He was the Bachelor 2 times.
Halfway
Really?
through round number
Yeah.
2.
How the
Within,
hell
like,
is that?
8 to 7
Has
lead.
there ever
The
been the
good
same
news, bad
Bachelorette
news
2
is that
times?
He also had
No.
a 1-point lead going into
He was
round
the only
2.
person for it to happen.
At
twice.
the wheel and could see
How
herself
early
with
on
a
in the
sizable lead
franchise
going into
was
round
it?
number
Like
3.
seasons wise?
So
Was it
without further
early
ado,
on?
We're going to bring that wheel up.
It was in 2007 and in 2010.
Huh.
And yeah.
That effort. Good form. From
Did he have any luck either time? Well, obviously not the first
Round and
time,
round
but
it
the second
goes.
time, did he have any luck?
Nick,
They
stay.
dated for a little bit and then they broke up and then she went on to be the Bachelorette.
Destination
Of course.
is the category.
Yeah.
Ashley. How do you feel about that category? Do you want to keep it or do you want to use
I
your
didn't
free
watch those seasons. I should watch them.
Please.
All right, spinning away from destinations. There's a ton of them in The Bachelor, so
That would be a fun category.
and here we are. And we're looking at Bachelor in
Yes.
These are really good categories.
Keep it because
Yes.
I have no other choice.
True. How do you feel about this category overall? You happy you spun it?
Very strong. I can't imagine there being.
I'm still
something I
upset
could
there was
know
no
more
Bachelor in Paradise this year.
Me too.
All right.
Stupid
Bachelor in
Corona.
Paradise it is. And you're first to 4 questions.
Beer
Remember, there
I'm
were
gonna
suck.
write them down.
you need multiple choice. You can ask us for that. If you miss
I'm
it,
just gonna say it out loud.
Yeah, that's
steal.
fine. I was just writing
Question
stupid
1 of
answers.
4. Ashley, Clare Crawley had a breakdown that was edited to look like she was talking.
Raccoon!
Raccoon!
And I only know because you told me.
It was Raccoon
Woohoo!
for 2 points.
I learned something on the history lesson,
And they
Sarah.
got the First lead of the match, 9-8.
Dude, I got 2
is the
points
score
now.
As we move on to question 2.
Oh,
Which contestant said, "Don't insult my intelligence."
well, it's Derek. JPJ.
That would be John Paul Jones.
Oh,
Don't
that's
insult my
right.
intelligence,
That's
Derek.
right.
One, but another JPJ of note, and that is another 2 points for
Yeah.
Ashley and Abby. She it looks like she knows
She's
herself
killing it.
about Paradise.
She is.
Yeah, I would think that she would be able to answer a few of these questions.
I would hope so. She was on it
All right,
twice.
so you now have a 3-point lead to extend that all the way up to a possible 5-point lead, Ashley. What season did Wells Adams become the bartender?
Or
Last season.
That would be Bachelor in Paradise season 4.
Oh, or not.
That would be season
We
4,
like
and that
Wells.
is now a 5-point gap.
And he's
Oh,
with
actually,
old girl who
got
played
it.
Haley on Modern
Bachelor in
Family.
Paradise.
yes.
What's her
gimmies.
fucking name?
These are real.
Sarah.
Compared to Soldier Boy and Ashley Hairbear, these are gimmies. This is rigged. This is a rigged game.
Whatever, dude. He had a crap
Making the
round
way
that
up so
round,
far, and
actually.
she
He
has
did.
1 more to go here. Your final question
Okay.
before we
Rough.
move on to round number 3, Ashley. In Bachelor in
well,
Paradise,
one
who famously said,
Chad.
"F you,
Chad.
Chris Harrison, come at me"?
That would be
Chad.
Come on.
Jared, don't get the out of there.
no, he's not. That is. Oh my
4,
god.
3.
She does. She wanted him to tell her so bad.
That's a
2,
wise usage of the
1.
JTE rule. All right, Ashley, who famously said,
Wait. What do you
F
mean
you,
repeat the
Chris
question? She
Harrison.
has 2 seconds left.
"Come at me"? She can use a repeat, and then she gets.
How
Those
many
are those
seconds?
3.
She gets
She
You get 15 seconds.
Christian.
You have three.
Christian's here. He's just
like,
hanging
calm
out
down,
in the
buddy.
shadows. I love it, dude. I love it. So
How
good.
you play the game, Nick?
All right. Does she want to keep using them?
Weird
5,
time where you like freaking the multiple choice. She just
3.
We're still going.
Okay. Multiple choice.
What the fuck?
one of those weird
Right.
times. Like,
Chad.
You forget their
Here
name.
are your multiple choice options.
This
Yeah,
is
Is it
What
insane.
word? What kind of
Is it
what kind
A,
of
Chad Johnson?
crazy rules
B.
are you running?
Christian,
Yeah,
God.
the most hated villain of all time. Chad.
Blanks. You literally forget somebody's name that you know.
I think the New England Patriots are forgetting about his season with them already. Ocho Cinco also would have accepted, and that is a point for Ashley.
Believe me?
Okay, so-
I want to object to the nonsense that just happened, but okay.
It's always rough, but that's why you save those repeats for that one question you think you know, and you can buy yourself up to 45 seconds to get the correct answer.
45 seconds.
In other words, we allow cheating.
Oh,
Oh,
dude!
he's
If
not
this
going to be invited back.
I didn't know.
if this was not an exhibition match, like
All right,
if this was a
try
real
some
match, then
shenanigans,
that
and
would be an
Abby,
issue
I don't
for
think that we
real.
would have
But
expected anything
thank
less
God it's
in
an
a
exhibition
Bachelor
match.
World Championship matchup. So currently,
well, maybe not
amidst
exhibition wouldn't
allegations
be
and
the right word.
challenges
But you
and
get me.
JTE rules, it is a
Special match.
lead for
Yes.
Ashley as we head into the final round of this championship match. Round 3.
You still
Abby,
think
your
Nick's gonna
thoughts
pull
on
it
the
out?
Chaos that has just ensued.
Yeah.
after
All
the
right.
I think it's the right questions.
Yeah, definitely Ashley did get the easier category for herself being on Bachelor in Paradise as opposed to all the group dates that
That's
have
like
ever
Kevin
Yeah,
happened.
but he could have
Smith.
spinned
Kevin
again.
Smith
Does
category.
have a really good chance of catching up in round 3.
He could have spinned.
Sure
He's
does.
stuck on group dates.
possible
So
points in round 3. Before I read the rules of round 3, we do want to bring in our special correspondent. That
Look at him. He
wanna
knows
have
he's
some
gonna
words
lose.
with now, and that
he's
would be
they're both competitive. That's why they're
so
good.
Jared, if you want to pop in here real quick. I have some questions. Abby might have a question, but I think the floor belongs to Nick. Nick, do you have anything you want to ask Jared?
I think there's some coaching going on, and this is absolutely a bunch of garbage. And I'm really disappointed in Jared inviting me in something that he doesn't want to keep up the integrity of the competition. It's just utterly disappointing, but you know what? I'll accept that.
Oh no!
No, nothing. I am nothing but.
There was 100%. There was 100% cheating. There was 100%. Jared is out there signing her to have her repeat the question. There's no way she would have thought about it with 2 seconds left.
Quick, so I can get a word in.
Look, they're both guilty as hell. They look guilty.
You know what? You learn from Tom Brady.
Fight.
Listen, hold on. Let me get a word in here. And first of all, this is what happened. Ashley has the advantage here. Ashley has the advantage here because unfortunately, Nick, she has seen me compete in the Schmoedown many times, so she understands very well.
She doesn't give a crap about your interests.
The use of multiple choice. I'm telling you.
They're not going to be friends after this.
Oh!
Come on.
That's okay. I forgot Twitch had advertisement. That's okay.
What is meant to calm down.
Oh, gum or video games? Which is it?
Gum. 5 gum.
Commercials have nothing to do with the product they sell.
Look, it says Avengers 5 gum.
Okay, well maybe that makes a little bit of sense then. We got some crossover going on there.
Going to believe this.
This is why people tuned in, right? So they could watch us react.
Oh yeah, totally.
Everyone,
No.
let me get my
Everyone saw her looking up over the camera. We all saw it. We all saw her looking for you.
This is either going to make fans of the show hate The Bachelor, because they're going to be like, Nick's complaining. But I love it.
It's great, yeah.
They're passionate.
Yeah, and I can see them sitting around having a beer and doing this, like, just messing with each other.
Chris Wallace here.
Patriot way. The Patriot way, bro.
I just can't believe I forgot Chad Johnson's name and you think that we're cheating over here.
First of all, this is my overall assessment of what's happening in the match so far. I'm highly impressed with Nick. He had a lead going into round 2, and the wheel did screw him over. His questions were very difficult.
But he should have picked a different category.
Yeah,
the
he
wheel
should
was
have.
not in Nick's favor. But let's also remember, Ashley, being a student of the game, not coaching for me right now, but coaching for me prior to the match, she was the one who respun the wheel because initially she had destinations which she might not have done well on. She respun the wheel and got back to the paradise. Mind you, her foe won group dates and chose not to respin. That's just the logistics of the game.
Breaking up friendships.
I'm out.
Seconds left. Jared's holding up a sign saying, repeat the signs in the room.
All right, Nick and Ashley competing on multiple fronts
I
here.
really think Nick is just effing around.
Yeah,
but I feel like they're like, oh my god, he's really upset. Like, no, that's just his humor.
No, he's
here, and I think
100%
fans of the
fucking
Bachelor
around, messing
or the
around,
Family
sorry.
Bachelor shows are looking for people to listen to about upcoming seasons and their prognostications. I'd say Nick and Ashley are 2 pretty good bets.
Yes, for sure. That was one of the most intense confrontations we've
passionate
seen between competitors in the Schmoedown. But
They're both competitive.
Nick had some good points there, and so did Jared.
It was a heated debate, and one that I think our and say that is how you have a productive debate. So now we move on into round number 3. So this is the round that will determine the match between Nick and Ashley.
Nick ain't looking
in round
good.
Number 3, we need a series
It
of
just
numbers.
depends on your questions.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
to a
totally.
Different category
He's
of Bachelor trivia.
He needs to get out of his head.
Yeah.
So we need 3 numbers from each of you. You can't pick the same numbers as your opponent. The first question here is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. Your final one is worth 5 points. There's no stealing, and there's no penalty for missing a question in round number 3. Your numbers can range from 1 to 13. So, Ashley, because you're in the lead, we're going to get your 3 numbers first. From 1 to 13, which 3 numbers feel lucky to you?
5, 8, and 12.
5, 8, and 12. And now we go to Nick. Nick, what 3 numbers that are not 5, 8, and 12 from 1 to 13 feel fortunate?
2, 4, and 7.
2, 4, and 7. All right. So, Nick,
Sexy
I'm going to be
numbers.
administering your questions here. 2, 4, 7. And you're going to get a chance to catch up and maybe even take the lead. Again, 10 possible points for each competitor are on the line here. So, Nick, for your 2-point question, you chose category 2, and that corresponds to a show you may be familiar with, The Bachelorette.
Okay.
And your question, 2 points. Clint and JJ developed a bromance for each other on what Bachelorette's season?
Caitlin Bristow's.
Well done,
2
Sarah.
points go to Nick.
He was on that season.
Back in the contest, he trails only by 4. Sees himself in the double figures now. It is 14 to 10. So, Nick, for your 3-pointer, you selected category 4. And that corresponds to the wild, wacky world of Bachelor Pad.
That's
And your question. Jake Pavelka's former fiance competed on the second
Vienna.
season of Bachelor Pad.
You know this.
I do?
No, he does.
Oh,
He just said
I
it.
was gonna say- I was
Vienna.
like, Jake.
He just said it as an answer.
Man. He might get knocked out.
4, 3.
Use your
repeat the question.
Hey.
You were
Wonder who
He's
told
learning.
him.
He was.
He
All right.
just said it.
Your question. In the world of Bachelor Pad, Jake Pavelka's former fiance
Just think
competed
of
on the second
who
season
his
of
fiancé
Bachelor
is.
Pad.
That's an easy question.
Who was it?
Vienna.
Man.
I'm so
5, 4, 3.
I'm going to say Kelly.
Kelly.
Sorry, looking for Vienna Girardi.
He
Vienna Girardi.
Sarah.
And now,
he literally used it as an answer.
or possibly
Oh,
it comes
man.
down to this
He
question.
needs you as a
Nick's
manager here.
5-pointer. If Nick gets it correct, he's going to force the hand of Ashley to have to answer at least one of her questions.
Oh, do you think she's gonna knock him out?
I think she's going to
Ashley
knock him out.
Iaconetti will have won the Bachelor Championship via technical knockout.
Or TKO even.
TKO, technical, yeah.
Didn't go your way.
Look at
Round
him. He's like, mm-mm.
You selected
Yeah, he's
category
not very
7
happy.
for your 5-point question. And Joe Theismann's number corresponds to the category of Fantasy Suite.
I want
Mm-hmm.
it to be a Nick question.
Hermione
That'd be so
Justice, go.
funny.
And your question for 5 points and the lead. Who sent herself home and away from Juan Pablo during...
wait.
Fantasy
Oh,
Suite?
you just told me about
Eddie
this.
Dorfman.
The one girl that he
And
whispered in her ear, right?
Vile
No, that's Claire.
Oh,
Ashley
damn.
Iaconetti
Oh, that's
by
right, because
one, and
Claire's
now
season coming up.
Ashley is going to have
Damn
to
it.
answer at least one question. It
Good,
is
he was on that season. He should know that.
Right.
Nick, and now Abby, all the pressure falls on Ashley's shoulders.
All she's gotta do is get her two, right?
Ashley,
I'm not
so
sure how all that
picked
stuff goes.
the
That
number
the
5,
scorekeeping and
which
stuff
corresponds
is
to the
well
category
beyond me.
of
Oh.
Bachelor Winter Games.
Oh,
She won.
You found a question that correlates with one season, so this is equal.
Yes.
A
Ashley,
show I didn't watch versus a show she was on.
Ashley, your first question. Who ended up proposing to Claire during Bachelor Winter Games?
Benoit.
And your
He won! Wow.
Dude, we won. Well, not we, me, and you, but we, Ashley and I won, Sarah. Dude, all right.
Ashley,
Woo!
she gets a kiss from her hubby.
Dude, that was a good match.
Jared Hayden.
That was a good match. I want more of that. I want to answer more questions.
Ashley, how does this win compare to your seasons of actually being on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Bachelor, pad, Bachelor, all that stuff.
And that was a really fun match. That was a good match.
So it definitely ranks above winning Bachelor Winter Games. And it definitely is making me smile more than all those other seasons. So,
good answer.
All right, Lois, the Wonder Dog there.
I'm so mad. I'm sorry, Nick.
Conversely, it was a tough match for you. Ashley seemed to get a lot of categories that were right in her wheelhouse. You got a couple categories that weren't favorable to you. How do you feel coming up short here today against your bitter rival, Ashley?
Well, when Jared cheated, that was a 4-point swing, so there's no guarantees I still would have won because obviously Ashley had a 3 and 5 point question left. But I think the integrity of this game is in question, and that's disappointing.
Oh no!
He's right. He is right, dude. He is right. But it's not an official movie league match, so we can't get too upset. But he is right.
In the Bachelor world, that you guys would love to compete against and think they would be really good at Bachelor trivia.
Tanner Tolbert, because he was the encyclopedia.
Yeah, Tanner would be the king. Yeah.
Yeah. They called him that on Caitlin's season because he let all the guys who had never watched the show, he let them know what to expect along the way. And
really?
He has
I'd love to see
trivia before even the years that I watched.
That's how we landed Jade. He just kind of Jedi mind her and he knew how the show worked.
Wow.
Can I swear? Am I allowed to swear?
No, there is a strict no cussing rule.
Is there really?
Yes.
But Nick, I do want to get you on record here. I know you're claiming shenanigans and
that's a
things
new
of
one
that
for this
sort.
season.
Do you have any desire to possibly have a rematch against Ashley, maybe even for the championship of the world?
Oh yes.
Oh, I have
What have
USSA.
we got an ad for here? Football. Do you care about football at all?
No, I don't know anything about football.
College football is awesome. I do dig the college football, but not a big fan of the NFL. It just the college is where it's at. The players have heart. They're actually playing for recognition and respect on their campus. You know, they're not playing for a paycheck because they don't get paid.
They don't get paid in college?
No.
Wow.
Athletes, nope.
Yeah, by all means.
I would love to play you again.
Yeah, rematch.
Yeah, I have one request though. Jared is not allowed to be in the room.
Agreed.
With Ashley.
All right, fine.
Agreed.
All right,
Look at
and
her.
Ashley,
She's
just
like,
so we can get this
he's
front and
mad we
center here,
cheated. Can you believe that?
I'm
just kidding.
And your claim that you were not helped in any way, you were not aided in the Chad Johnson answer, any other answer by your hubby, Jared Haven.
I am 100% solid.
Look at her! Look at her!
Real bad.
You
sound unsure of how to.
Here.
I'm 100. Jared.
You wouldn't said Chad, or at least said his name starts with a C. You wouldn't tell me 45 or 15 seconds. Repeat the question. I have seen so many Schmoedowns in real life, and every time Jared doesn't know the answer, he always goes to that rule. The joint team rule.
Get it, girl.
All right, Ashley gets a W here today. Ashley, we do miss you around the movie trivia Schmoedown. Miss seeing you and Jared in studio when Jared's competing or when they just come to hang out. They're huge fans of the show as well, and we always appreciate their patronage. And thank you to Nick, Ashley, and Jared for making this extremely satisfying match.
That was fun.
Nick, you're always welcome in our dojo.
I
We
want to
hope
do more.
you're in studio very soon.
Me too.
Release the question so I can answer them.
Is there anywhere you want to send the fans your way? Any social media handles, podcasts? What are you working on?
Here's another competition of ours.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Again, disappointing about Jared and Ashley's ethics, but I'll live. And you can check out my podcast at the Evolve House anywhere you can listen to a podcast.
And Nick, do you think that you might be good at the movie trivia Schmoedown? You a big movie guy? You think you could knock some people out of that?
I don't know the level of competition. It sounds like it's pretty serious there, but I feel like
Very
I can hold
serious.
my own. I've never seen Harry Potter, so that's not going to go
you're
well for
screwed.
me. I know that's probably a pretty popular category in the.
I've seen them all, and I'd be
but,
screwed. Harry Potter
generally,
questions.
I do okay.
All right. Well, we're not going to put you against Jared in a Harry Potter matchup because Jared is a big fan of all those movies. Ashley, can we ever see you in a movie trivia Schmoedown, you think?
Only if you're doing rom-coms.
I was gonna say that.
I actually think we can whip something like that up. But in the meantime, while Nick studies Harry Potter and you work on rom-coms, where can all the kids out there find you, Ashley?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Ashley_Iconetti. Or you could listen to the Rival podcast, my almost famous podcast with Ben Higgins. That's where Nick and I also compete.
All right. So
one of them is nominated by the Associated Press as the top Tom podcast in 2019 and a People's Choice nomination, and the other has neither.
Oh, snap!
But that could be rigged.
Yeah, well, one of them is owned by iHeart, so.
Okay. All right, thank you.
I love the trash talk.
Competition. I was going to let it slide.
Who's at the top of the charts every week? Who's at the top of the pop culture charts every week?
I'm not in that category.
Do I have to like hold you back? Is that like my job?
You're
Like,
not
hold
in
me
that
back.
category? I'm pretty sure you guys are in the same category as we are.
No, you're in TV. I'm in society and culture.
Oh, snap.
Ashley, the competition has just begun, even though Ashley takes the win here today. Thank you to Nick, and thank you to Ashley for competing here today. We hope to see you real soon, whether it's in another Bachelor Trivia Schmoedown or the movie Trivia Schmoedown proper. And as we say goodnight to them, Abby, it's now us recapping all the chaos that we just witnessed. Your thoughts on the matchup that a lot of folks have been waiting a long time to see.
That was a really awesome match. It was great to see the passion from both of the competitors. Nick and Ashley really did play well. I think that they adapted to the Schmoedown format really easily, and they have the knowledge. And it was a really entertaining match to see. I feel like Bachelor Nation is going to be satisfied with that one.
Yeah, and satisfied with the questions, too.
are.
Again, I want to give you, our entire writing team worked so hard around the clock for the movie Trivia Schmoedown, but a lot of these questions came directly from you. How much research went into it, or are these all stuff that you just know off the top of your head?
I felt like I was turning into Chris Harrison at some points. I just was only speaking in Bachelor terms.
I know who Chris Harrison is. Again, saw some of the Jesse Palmer seasons, and I really enjoyed getting to MC. And let's be honest, Abby, I enjoyed watching this matchup and all of the war of words that ensued at various points. So once again, thank you not only to our very hardworking tech team behind the scenes making this magic come together, Christian Harloff for engineering this thing, and once again to Jared, Ashley, and Nick for being such great sports. And Ashley and Nick have given us their very competitive best for the first ever Bachelor Trivia Championship. Before we say goodnight, Abby, where can all the kids out there find you? What are you working on right now?
Y'all can find me at Abigail Friel on all social media and at the Schmoedown. I'm on the writing team.
All right, that is Abby Friel. I am merely Mark Ellis. You want to see more Schmoedown? You've come to the right place. Check out our Facebook group, Movie Trivia Schmoedown, or just go to YouTube, type in Schmoedown. All the matches are right there. Just had a huge one with Chris Jericho and Kevin Smith going head-to-head.
That was a great
one. No spoilers here, but it did go the distance and then some. We also have a lot of fun horror movie trivia coming up soon. It is the season of Halloween, and we're going to have a free-for-all for that. And then the end of the year, Schmoedown Spectacular. Tons of huge matches, championship belts on the line, and that's just part and parcel for what we do at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. For Christian Harloff, I am Mark Ellis, saying thank you to our new fans, our returning favorites, and all of our Movie Trivia Schmoedown patrons. Love y'all. See you soon.
Oh, great. That was great, Sarah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I
I scored a whopping 2 points in that entire match.
I got a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I know you did. I
got
awesome.
ones that they didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And as far as just the Schmoedown goes, and not Bachelor related, but it's been a while, like you said, since you've watched Schmoedown. What do you think since the last time you've watched?
It's pretty much still the same. I mean, now it's just on video and they're not in the studio, but that's because of Rona. But yeah, I mean,
did it pique any interest in for you to get back into the Schmoedown, or
a little bit.
That's cool.
But yeah, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'll just say yes. Sure.
I'm putting together a Schmoedown show, so I'm not sure exactly when it'll be starting, but I'm putting something pretty cool and pretty unique together, I think. But I'll tell you about that some other time when I get closer to it. But yeah, this was great. A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching along with us. I don't know. We had a lot of fun. I really hope they do it again. Maybe bring them back. Maybe bring some different people, like they were saying. I would be interested to watch them do it again. And yeah. So before we get out of here, Jay Wade, where can the people follow you? Find you?
Y'all can follow me on the Twitter if you would like at jwade1134. That is the letter J, WADE 1134.
And you can follow my personal Twitter on SCBock, SSEABOCK. You can also follow the show Twitter at Go Get That Rose. Trying to tweet out. I retweet a lot of the stuff that The Bachelor is posting out there. We're going to start doing some polls once Clare season start. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And you can also follow the Merc with the Movie Blog Twitter feed, which is at Movie Blog Merc as well. And yeah. And that's going to be the end of us here. So have a great day, and we'll see you when Clare season starts, hopefully, on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, everybody.